So, you want to write. Where do you start? Hey guys, it's Julia, and today I'm going to tell you where to get started when you've decided that you want to become a writer. So I started my writing journey about a year and a half ago. I have always wanted to become a writer, but never really had the guts to just do it. I decided one day that I'm just gonna do it. So I'm gonna tell you a few of the things that I did to get started. The first thing I did is what you're doing now, and that is look up on YouTube how to get started with writing. And one of the people that I came across that really helped me out on my journey to becoming a writer was Jenna Moresi. She was the first person that popped up. I clicked on her videos and pretty much watched every single video that she's ever come out with and was like, yes, this is amazing. There are so many amazing writing videos out there and amazing channels with authors giving advice on how to get started with writing. Writing a book is a very daunting process. There's a lot of things that you gotta learn, but at the same time, there's really no official guideline on how to write a book. So it's all about just kind of winging it and trying the things that work the best for you and basically writing a book. You just gotta write a book. And whatever way works best for you to write a book, it's unique to you. The next thing that I did whenever I decided that I was going to write a book was basically buy every book I could find on Amazon that had to do with writing, and I'm going to share a couple of those books with you that really helped me. The first book that I got, I actually don't have anymore, and that is Creative Writing for Dummies, which I'll put a picture over here so you guys can see what it looks like. I mean, it looks like basically every other For Dummies book. Anyway, so the next couple books that I got were Writing Fantasy, The Top 100 Best Strategies for Writing Fantasy Stories by Blaine Hart, Outlining Your Novel, Map Your Way to Success by Kim A. Wieland, Structure Your Novel by Kim A. Wieland, World Building, A Writer's Guide to Constructing Star Systems and Life-Supporting Planets by Stephen L. Gillett, and Outlining Your Novel Workbook, a step-by-step exercises for planning your best book. Now, I've actually used this because at the point that I'd gotten this, I had already done my outline for the story that I actually just finished my second draft writing. So I'm going to use that for my next book to kind of help me along my way with writing my next book because my outlining process for my last book was just a disaster. So that is another great resource, is just like finding some books, reading as much as you can of them. But like I said, there's no like strict process on how to write a book. It's really your own process of getting words down on a page and forming a story. So the next thing was deciding whether or not I was going to be a person who outlined or a person that was a pantser. I ended up being somebody kind of in the middle of this. I kind of did some planning and some pantsing. To clear this up, a planner is somebody who outlines and builds their world and stuff like that and basically plans out everything that their book is going to be before actually writing it. And a pantser is someone who just writes as they go. They don't plan, they just go. And then somebody in between, like me, obviously is somebody who does a little bit of both. So I did do an outline for my first draft of my story, but I didn't end up actually following the plan exactly. I changed my book significantly from the time that I planned it to the time that I finished it. It was a completely different story than what my outline looked like, so I would call myself kind of a plantser, a planning pantser. The next thing is actually coming up with a story idea. So the best way to kind of come up with a story idea is to take a notebook with you everywhere you go. You never know when inspiration is going to strike. For me, it's just random times. Something random will happen and I'll be like, yes, this would make an amazing story. Or I'll read an article and be like, oh my gosh, this would make an amazing book if I did change this and did this and whatever and made it into a book. Whenever I was trying to decide what I was going to do for my book, I actually decided that I wanted to pick a mythical creature and then go with it. So I did that. I picked nymphs and just went with it. And my book is crazy, but it's awesome. And I'm super proud of it. And I can't wait to get it out there into the world and into other people's hands. So really, I mean, writing a book has some guidelines. There's some things that are really important that you do. But honestly, if you want to write a book, the best thing that you can do is just sit down and write a book. Do an outline if that's what you want to do. Don't write an outline if that's what you want to do. It's all up to you. You could do it anyway. Obviously, there are certain things to help you along the way. A lot of people use Post-it notes and whiteboards and all kinds of crazy stuff. It just works for them, and that's what makes their stories the stories that they are. But I'm telling you, if you want to start writing, then write. Just write. I always dreamed of being an author, but it never really became something real to me until I actually began writing. I also did, before I started outlining my whole story, I wrote my first chapter, and that kind of gave me a picture of where I wanted to go with it and really helped me along my way for my outline. So that is really it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!